Said I would have died probably 15, 16 years ago if I was dependent on the VA to take care of me. Why, Mr. McDonald, will you help us? Why? That's what I want to know that answer. I want him to tell me why. For instance, I have an uncle that died about 10 years ago, and it took, by the time he got to the VA and went to the specialty clinic, he was a stage 4 lung cancer. So that was because it took him 4 to 5 months to see a primary care. After that, then they had to have a specialty preliminary doctor, and then they had to go through another cancer doctor. And by the time they opened him up, he was stage 4. He just had a few weeks to go, and that was it.
Veterans can wait a long time to get basic care. They can suffer while they're waiting, and there's no reason why any veteran should have to suffer with standard medical problems that are easily taken care of.
I'm on that path now because I have nodules in my lungs. One got a virus. Okay, I got cardiology. I got 4 heart attacks, 7 stents, and I see my civilian doctor for that, not the VA.
After like 6 to 12 months of waiting, they come to me and I look at it and I go, why haven't you had the most basic level of care? Why haven't they done a biopsy? Well, the radiologist said that maybe you should just do a big incision and open me up and take a look that way. I said, well, yeah, I could do a big operation, but that's unnecessary surgery. So I called one of the VA doctors, which was not easy to get them on the phone. I got one on the phone. I said, what's going on? They said, well, the radiologist wanted to make sure it's the right thing to biopsy. I said, yeah, get it done. Well, I'm not sure they're willing to do it. And I said, okay, I'm going to send the patient to the emergency room of our local hospital to go get this biopsied. The patient said, Doc, I don't want to go to the emergency room. I don't think I can afford that. The VA is supposed to take care of me. 2 months later, I got that man's chart on my desk and he died. Still not biopsied, still with an untreated cancer in his neck.
So I'm going to wind up like my uncle did. And they're going to finally get to me and say, oh, you're stage 4, you're doomed. Why? Because the wait times are so long, I can't get appointments in the rapid time. Like my primary care, it takes 63 days. Specialties, 6 months to a year. I went to the dentist. It took me a year to get an appointment. You know, what's so disheartening is that their own VA employee representative, who we go see for help or services, told me, listen, just stick with your civilian doctors. Don't even come over here for anything. Do not come here for any operations, for anything, period, because you'll live a lot longer if you go to the civilian doctor.
But when they come to you and you know that medicine that's been around for 30 years or 40 years could have been done, and they would still be here a few months from now. In fact, they'd still live several more years, a high quality of life, if the VA had only made sure the patient got the care they needed in a timely fashion. That's the worst. That's just unethical, and it's unacceptable in America, and it's unacceptable in the Veterans Administration.
I just feel that we don't mean nothing, and especially to the politicians, because they can either help us or not help us. And at this point, they haven't really helped us at all. It's just an easy fix.